Hello to all. My name is Melinda and welcome to Universe Lovers. Now on today's video, I am going to be removing my Gel X nail extensions. And many times, like I've done my Gel X nails now about like 6, 7, 8 times. And I will be completely honest with you that most of the time I have literally ripped them off. There'll be like an edge that starts to lift, or the nail will break, or the nail will crack, and I just will keep on and keep on until I like rip the whole nail off. And once I rip one nail off, they all gotta go. I'm gonna be so real with you. That's the reality of what it is. So I decided this time that I'm gonna do it the proper way. And the reason I say do it the proper way is because the times that I have pulled these nails off, they have literally lifted my natural nail from its nail bed. So it would leave like a detached. You can actually see that the nail was more white there, and I was just like, oh no, Melinda, you shouldn't do this. And I always tell myself to not do it, and this time I decided let's do it right. Now I say do it right because another thing that's a big no-no, and the reason why you shouldn't pull your nails, you should soak them and remove them the proper way, or one of the many proper ways, because what also happens is our nails have an average of 50 to 100 layers of keratin cells compact together. That's what makes up the nail. And when I tell you that like it'll literally rip off layers from your nail plate, it has, because it has done it to me. I have seen it, and my nails have gotten so thin and brittle because of it. Just do it, take a little bit of extra time and effort, and watch a video and watch this video so you can see the removal process, and it'll just be a lot more kind to your natural nails. And then you can keep on adding whatever other stuff you want to apply onto your nail, whether it's acrylic gel, etc., gel polish, all these things, because you are keeping the natural nail healthy. Please keep in mind that this is the first time I am actually using this product, because it is very difficult, almost like impossible to find acetone over here. So when I went to the beauty supply store, they had mentioned that that's very old school. We don't use acetone anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, acetone isn't a thing anymore. We have these new products that removes your gel polish, your acrylic, your gel in a less harsh way. So I'm like, okay, show me what you got. Went to this product called YK Mania, and it is a remover. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. She was like, do what you would normally do, which is remove off your top coat and some of the product, and then you're going to put cotton with some of the product on it, and then apply it to the nail, and either put clips. You can use the silicone covers like what I bought, because that's all that was available, or you can use your aluminum foil and then just wrap it around your finger. I did exactly what they said, and I will be honest with you, it did take quite a while to remove these nails, as I had thought, because these nails that I bought from Prey, they are not your average full cover tips. They are committed full cover tips. Like when you apply these and you do proper preparation and you use their glue, they're like, we are in this forever. Like, you are tatted with these nails. I would like you to keep in mind that this is my first time doing this process, using this product and removing my Prey nails for the first time, my full cover tips. So there's 2 reasons I believe it took quite a while. Is one, because the product wasn't strong enough to remove the full cover tips, so I had to do a lot more drilling. And the second reason is because it's my first time removing these full cover tips with a nail drill. Now I'm going to break down step by step exactly what I've been doing to get to this point. Now, first I'm going to take my nail drill, and I'm using a sanding band on certain parts of the nails, and then I used another bit on the other nails, torpedo one I believe it is. But I used different bits for different nails because one hand had fur on it and the other nail had just top coat and gems on top of it. Now, on one hand, I removed the fur, so I used the torpedo bit, and on the other hand, where I had the silicone foils, With the gems, I used a fine grit sanding band. And I did switch once I got the fur off of the hand that had the fur on it. I then went on to use, as you see here, the sanding band in a fine grit. I started off by removing as much of the gel polish that was on the nails, and then I applied some of the remover product that I'm new to, and I applied it onto a cotton round, and then I applied it onto the nail, and then I wrapped it in a silicone cover, or you can use your aluminum foil or your nail clips, whatever you have available. All three options work. Now I let it sit for about like 5 minutes. I then remove the silicone cover, remove the cotton pad, and then I start to drill off the nail product along with some of the gel polish just left over. Once I feel like it's now like dried up and the surface is hard and I don't see too much coming off and I don't want to go too crazy over drilling, then I take that same cotton round and add more of that remover product onto it. Then I apply it onto the nail, the cotton round to the nail, and then I reapply the silicone cover, and then I will move on to the next nail. Always make sure that you have the remover product on each nail before moving on to the next nail. That way that product is getting soft and is starting to break down, and by the time you finish, let's say you're working, that's your left hand and you're working on your right hand, and then you're done with your right hand and you're going back to your left hand, the product is really, really soft and you can get a lot taken off at once. It just started like pouring rain right now. That's what you hear in the background. But once you do that, you're just going to repeat the process over and over until you get all of the nail product off, or most of it. Ooh, you hear that? So you get most of the product off. Now, another option is if you feel like you're getting too close, and it's probably something I would have done, but I'm just paying forward the mistakes that I've made, is that if once you feel like, okay, I got most of the product off, you could just file off the rest, because it's just a lot easier to see when you're looking at your nail directly, like in your face, your hand is facing you. So this is just a great tip to give. That way you are keeping the integrity of your natural nail safe and strong. Once all the nail product is off, then I am going to cut down on my natural nails. You don't have to do this, but I wanted to, just because a lot of that nail was just too thin and it was no good. So I just cut it off, and then now I'm shaping it and filing it with my nail filer. I'm using, I believe it's a 100 grit, which is really overused, so it's more like an 80, which is perfect for natural nails. Once I finish doing the shaping and the filing with my nail file, I am then going to take a gentle nail buffer, and I'm just going to buff the surface of my nail. Then I will be cleansing my nails with some alcohol and a manicure brush. And then for my last and final step, y'all, I'm gonna then apply some cuticle oil and massage it really well into my cuticle, into my skin, all over my nails, just like replenish them with moisture, which is super important after all the work that they have gone through, after these nails being on them and covering them. This is the perfect way to just treat them with love and just reinvite them back into the world where they can breathe and be healthy again. And that's why going forward, I'm just going to do the pop-off method, and I will show you how I do that. Yes, here you see my natural nails. I'm glad you were able to see the process. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful journey, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Follow me at Universe Lovers with a Z at the end on Instagram. Toodles.